So we've talked about this before, but in a surprising backpedal, the UK has officially dropped its demand for Apple to build the backdoor into encrypted iCloud data. This reversal, driven by intense U.S. diplomatic pressure, marks a landmark victory for digital privacy and civil liberties globally. So let's explore what's behind this major shift and why it matters to all of us. What's going on here, John?
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, the UK government had secretly ordered Apple to create a backdoor into its strongest encryption system, which is the advanced data protection. And that would have given British intelligence agencies access to encrypted data from Apple users worldwide, not just in the UK. So think of it like the government demanding that Apple create a master key that could unlock anyone's digital safe anywhere in the world. So rather than comply, I got to give it to Apple, they simply turned off this advanced feature for UK users in February 2025, leaving them with weaker protection. And so this controversy escalated when the secret order leaked to the press, which sparked international outrage and pressure from the Trump administration of all. So in August 2025, the UK backed down from this demand after months of diplomatic pressure from the US, with the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, announcing that the UK had agreed to drop its mandate, which represents a major victory for digital privacy rights and encryption security worldwide. The key issue was that the UK's demand wasn't just about accessing data from UK citizens. It would have required Apple to weaken encryption globally, which could potentially expose everyone's private data to hackers, foreign governments, and even cybercriminals. So I love this. Finally, there's a win for privacy and protection.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like, what they had to do is they disabled that ADP, if it's called that, for UK users, which means that only some of the stuff was encrypted, and then you could see the text from outside of the UK people to UK people, and there was a bunch of spillage around that information. But as we were talking about before, we'd have to see how the US gets involved, because one thing to surveil your own citizens is to surveil citizens of another country. Yeah. And the US got involved and said, that's not going to happen. And so they negotiated for a while, and the UK backed off. So UK's original demand represented a direct challenge to the existing bilateral agreement between the UK and the US regarding data sharing and privacy protection. The US-UK data agreement and similar frameworks are designed to facilitate legitimate law enforcement cooperation while maintaining proper oversight and constitutional protection. So the US felt that this was going beyond their agreement.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything's just back to normal, I guess. They've turned the ADP back on, the technical aspects of encryption backdoor. The scope of the UK investigatory powers extends to any company providing services to UK users, regardless of where the company is based. So this extraordinary reach means US companies like Apple can be compelled to weaken security for users worldwide, not just in the UK. So I'm glad this changed. I'm glad the government stepped up and said no, and they negotiated and whatnot. And I'm glad this happened, because it is one step in the right direction for user rights and against terms of service and government and that kind of stuff. Now we want to see them go after some of the terms of service that companies are doing out there to protect the rights of users as well. We'd love to know what your thoughts are on this, the UK backpedaling and allowing the encryption to happen and your data safe again. You think there's something else happening, or do you think this is done? Let us know what your thoughts are. So, what do you got going on, John?
Yeah, so coming out in September, definitely gearing up for Elevate. I know you're a partner with Elevate, aren't you, Craig?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So definitely we'll be doing something during the Elevate week, probably a Flowgrammer event, if nothing else. They're a partner of ours. Definitely go out and check it out. There's a lot of great events going on related to Elevate. That's why I said great events, sessions. Program, check out their schedule, check out all the different lines of programs and stuff. There's always good things there. So definitely go check out Elevate, and check out Toronto Starts for our startup drinks, our startup investor drinks, and our Flowgrammer events, where we help people learn how to automate things in their business. And John, if people need funding, where do they go?
Yeah, come find me on LinkedIn. I just posted some news about the Shred program, but come find me on LinkedIn, send me a message, and we'll talk and see if it makes sense to find some non-dilutive funding for you.
Really appreciate everyone taking their time to watch or listen to this week. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.